sorry, that's for a Democrat show.
Let me know when you're ready. No matter what the technical difficulty is, this man is a professional. He goes all the way.
What you represent to them is freedom.
Was an extremely great conservative commentator. We're tearing it up on Wednesday night. This is awesome. This will allow me to retort.
Well, this is Jersey Joe for the Reaver of Common Sense show. 8 p.m. on shrmedia.com.
Actually, I just totally screwed up. This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome to the Reaver of Common Sense. I'm your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How's everybody doing today? Well, I see nothing's calmed down in the last day or two. Why does everything really sit? All right, there it sounds better. I have problems every day with this damn mixer board. I see nothing's calmed down with our politics. Democrats are still freaking out. Russia. You would think they would have backed down from that by now. You would think. No. They're pushing it still. I saw an article on AOL. Yeah, don't ask me why I was on the site, just I was there for a brief moment. And now they're trying to connect the collusion with Russia and proof that he lied, because in 2016, as a candidate, he threw some kind of political hoity-toity thingy, and a bunch of ambassadors were invited, and a Russian ambassador was there. Oh, my God. But in the article, they even admit Trump was only there for like 5 minutes. Don't even know if he met the guy, shook his hand, talked to him, anything. But this proves there's collusion because they were in the same room. It's... And then the House plan that was put forth yesterday. Oh, my God. And so far, I'm not liking that. It sounds like a version of Obamacare. And not a good version. I don't think this will go much far. But it is what it is. I was watching, and this made me laugh. And Bob Beckel yesterday, he was throwing a hissy fit because Donald Trump accused Obama of a felony by saying he wiretapped. How dare he do that? But yet I've heard Bob Beckel accuse Trump of treason. You know, he went off, presidents don't accuse other presidents of felonies and breaking the law. That's unheard of. You don't do that. How dare he? I mean, he's just going off the rails. But I've heard the Trump committed treason nonstop. But that's okay. Because it's the left doing it. The left can do whatever the hell it wants. And fuck the right. We have to follow the rules. Listen, the only thing I see is the Democrats are pissing off more and more people. They're showing their hypocrisy, and it's pissing more people off. there's even some polls to show that people are getting tired of it. Of the Democrats. They're getting tired of all that bullshit that's going on. And they're seeing the hypocrisy that goes on. It's ridiculous. New York Times trying to save itself right now. They're scrambling pretty bad. They're trying to prove a Russian conspiracy by twisting tweets of Trump's to make it sound like. And there's that conspiracy. Now, the funny thing is, what it does do is it goes to the fact that Obama, well, let me rephrase it to be exact. Obama's administration. And a lot of times when you say Obama, just as Bush, you're talking about the administration. Do I believe that Obama ordered surveillance on Trump Tower? You bet you bet I think he did. That man ordered the surveillance and droning of American citizens on foreign ground, which are afforded a court, and they never were. He surveilled our allies, one of them being Angela Merkel. Even before she became prime minister, he had her under wiretap. This man expanded the NSA surveillance. So, I'm sorry. You're not going to have any... I'm not going to have any pity on you about that. So, as far as I can see, and evidence that can be seen, yes, Obama ordered the surveillance of Trump Tower. He may have not, the chain of command. Hey, you come here. You're going to go to DOJ, and you're going to give them the wink and the nod. You're going to tell them to order surveillance and to pass those tapes to you, and you'll pass them to me. Full surveillance on Trump Tower. And he runs along to DOJ, and, we're going to pull surveillance on Trump Tower. We're going to wiretap him. I think this is easy. NSA, I want transcripts of Trump Tower. Because everybody's already wiretapped. And it's not hard for him to pull the transcripts. And why Bob Beckel was throwing the fit. Because he knew this would destroy Obama. And as well it should. That Teflon guy, he doesn't have the protection surrounding him. Now let's see if the Republicans have the balls to stand up and go at him and do the right thing. But then also I was listening to some schmuck. I usually don't mind this person on Fox. I don't remember her name. But she actually compared investigating Trump with no evidence on Russia. She equated investigating Trump on no evidence. And she said, we did it with Benghazi. Why not? 4 Americans got murdered. We don't know where the president is. We couldn't get straight answers out of a Secretary of State. We don't know why reinforcements were not sent in. We got runaround stories on why there was an attack to begin with. But yes, I could see how that is the same as newspaper articles accusing Donald Trump of collusion with Russia. And that's what it's coming down to. The Democrats are taking their advice from the newspaper. Think about it, folks. That's where they're getting their advice from. Newspaper. And what's funny is New York Times has posted several articles in the past about the wiretapping. They bragged about it. The Democrats were bragging about it. Oh, look at this wiretapping him, and he's got this connection. Uh-oh. That looks bad on us. There's no proof of wiretapping. You have James Clapper even going out. There's no proof of any collusion between Trump and Russia. There's no proof of any collusion. It is a red herring that they're chasing to try to damage Trump. He turned around last weekend and he smacked the Democrats upside the head with their own bullshit. And I love seeing that. I love seeing when you get somebody, going out there and just running their mouth, making accusations, and they get slapped up their head and they got to back down. I love that. It just... You can't... This BS that's been going on for a while now is exactly that, BS. And it's so tiresome hearing the same bullshit over and over and over and over again. It's like, enough. We're supposed to be adults here. We're supposed to be adulting. Not acting like little kids. It's unbelievable. I mean, this day and age, and we're still, and this far in the presidency, and we're still dealing with this bullshit. The Democrats have nothing, and they just keep dragging on with it. I thought after this weekend it would die down, and it pretty much has. I mean, you still have some stragglers trying to keep it alive. But for the most part, it's been pretty squashed. It's... Oh, my God. It kind of makes me laugh. It does. Because it shows their desperation. It shows how desperate they are. The louder they scream, it kind of shows me the more desperate they are. Oh, it's... All right. We're going to take a little bit of an early break here. Going to set everything up. All right, and we'll be back in a few moments.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying calf for the stupid pro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. It's messed up time right now. And I'll tell you, the Democrats are not doing anything to try to make things better. They're just having fun, laying waste, throwing a tantrum. It's sickening how childlike that political party is. The hypocrisy that comes out of that party just is unbelievable. Here, I think it's towards the end. I think I pulled it up for today. Nancy Pelosi, the hypocrisy coming out of her mouth. Pelosi once called town hall disruptions un-American. Now she loves them. Now that they're against her, or against the Republicans, she loves them. But she called them un-American at one point. At a news press conference on February 27th, Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer and Pelosi said that those disrupting town halls to protest Donald Trump and Trump's original immigration order, putting a temporary halt to immigration coming to the U.S. from 7 terrorism-ridden countries, were praiseworthy. Oh, my God. Praiseworthy. The women, men, and children who poured into the street for the Women's March, those who turned out at airports shortly after and town halls in the weeks since, they honor the vision of our founders, Pelosi stated. American people are mobilizing. As long as Republicans continue down this destructive, radical path, the public resistance will only increase. Really? That's why there was very little protesting after this executive order came out. Why? Because it's pretty solid. But we're going to find there'll be some federal judge that will ignore law, just as the Ninth Circuit Court did. They ignored law. They came up with their own reasoning, and it will be normal. It is normal for our court system to ignore law anymore. They come up with their own reasonings. They come up with their own standards. They took into account all the reasonings the last one got, halted, and corrected them. But there'll be some federal judge that will want to make a political point, will ignore the law. And yes, I'm accusing a judge of ignoring laws. It's funny, the party that is questioning everything doesn't want you questioning anything unless it agrees with their side. Pelosi, I remember a time when you couldn't question the president. That was un-American. Quote, unquote, Harry Reid about President Barack Obama. You cannot question him. You cannot say anything negative about him. It's un-American for you to do that. And yes, I do remember that, Democrats. I remember you up there throwing a fit every time one of us conservatives said something that was negative. You're a racist. You just don't like him because he's black. No, I didn't like his policy. But now all of a sudden, that's all we hear is negativity. Negativity. Out of the Democrat Party. So, and it's just funny because I don't think it's working. I really don't think it's working. I don't see. They got people, when you get paid, it's funny because you talk to a lot of these kids that are at the protest, and you start asking a question of why they're there. They can't answer it. They give you a generalized statement, mission statement. They give you talking points. When you start asking them for specifics, I don't know. I just thought this was cool to do. But, of course, the Democrats will. It's a conspiracy. It's conservative conspiracy. Yeah. Tell me about it. everything's a conspiracy when it's against them. Especially Hillary. It's a conspiracy. It's a conservative conspiracy to keep me out of the White House. It's... And one of listeners to the SHR Media Network, White Mamba, he was watching one or listening to one of the other shows last night, and he made a comment that I gotta repeat. That the DC syndicate is under threat and fighting a mob war within the Beltway. That's exactly what's going on. These globalists, everybody has a little different way of putting it. They're globalists, and it is the DC syndicate. They're under fire. They're scared. They're lashing out. They're trying to fight to stay alive. And it keeps sending them down that rabbit hole. Further and further down the rabbit hole they go. It's funny watching Mark Levine stand up for Trump. It is funny. As much as Mark Levine was a never Trumper and attacked Trump, it's just funny to watch him stick around and stand up for Trump. I'm glad to see it, and I'm glad to see he finally came to his senses and can see what's going on. But it just it makes me laugh, makes me giggle. Snicker, snicker, snicker. Giggle, giggle, giggle. And it's an absolute joke what's going on. No other way to describe it than a joke. With a bad punchline. Yeah, it's... And I don't see it getting any better anytime soon. And I know I've said that, but it's not going to get any better. Every time you think they're taking a step back, they regroup and come at you at a different angle. The only time I think they're going to really be put on their ass is in 2018, if they lose supermajority. That's the only way they're going to have to be forced to look at their party and what they're doing. And it's still then, I don't even know if it will. They just got this childlike mentality that everything they think and do is right. The majority of the people don't want these policies, but yet they keep pushing them and pushing them and pushing them. And I'm sorry, putting out Pelosi to run her mouth is just not one of the smartest moves. That is, I think, pretty... The old white party, the Democrats. I mean, what more? The Democrat Party is not in a good way at all. Anywhere, it's scary. They really need to take a deep look at themselves. I don't even, the Republicans didn't do it, but they kind of had I hate to put it this way, a savior come in that forced them to change. And they didn't do it willingly. They did it kicking and screaming. But they ended up having to change it. Donald Trump forced a change. What's going to take the Democrats? And it's going to take someone to come in and really just push and force a change. They need it. They need it bad. If they want to continue, they need to really take a look at themselves. I don't know. It's not healthy for the American people what is going on right now. That is for sure. It is not healthy for the American people. The American people are the ones that are getting punished for this. We're getting punished for the actions of a party. And what else can we do? I mean, they been voting them out. Going to have to almost destroy the party for them to really come around. And I'm sorry, I'm actually doing stuff that might actually help the damn Democrat Party, but I don't know. We need a two-party system. But I'm more worried about the country, not just, the Republican Party. I know I'm a conservative talk show, political pundit, whatever. It's the change that has to come about. We got to do something for the betterment of our country. We can't keep going down this path. That's for sure. And I know I keep saying the same thing over and over again, but we got to do something. We have to do something. This country is too important just to leave to chance and not getting the idea through of what we need to do. What we need to do now is take a little break. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense only here on SHR Media, and we will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying Catholic, stupid bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeovers here, we have expanded it 2 hours every Monday through Friday at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, one of the articles was talking about that Donald Trump's comments are going to bring Obama's people out of retirement. See, I don't exactly agree with that assessment. I think it might send them further away because at this point, if he comes out, it's going to look kind of desperate. Looks like, oh, yeah, he has to come out and defend and twist and all that. It just, I don't see it. I don't see as a good thing for Obama to come out of retirement. It's already, he's making too much waves in the water as it is. Especially he said, I'm going to try to do what George Bush did and stay out of the spotlight and stay out of the comedy. Yeah, we see how that's going. That's going over like a fart in church, but that's besides the point. Sorry, I couldn't resist that comment. I don't see it as a good thing for Obama to come out and start running his mouth. I really don't see that as a good thing. I know he probably thinks it's a good thing. Let me go out and run my mouth and... No, just zip it good, zip it. We know that Trump's comments, triggered a nerve among former Obama staffers, and usually it's, hidden nerve, because you guys are so blatant easy to pick apart. Obama's foreign policy spokesman, Ben Rhodes, sprang into action on Twitter, directing a series of challenges to Trump's statement. No president could order a wiretap. Those restrictions were put in place to protect citizens from people like you. That doesn't mean... there's other ways. Maybe, yes, he can only directly... do it. But indirectly is a different story. Indirectly, yeah. It's easy to order a attack, or excuse me, wiretap attack. It's not inconceivable that, like I said earlier, that Obama ordered it, and it's not hard to keep it quiet. Well, you are going to go down, and you're going to tell them this, and this is what we're going to do, and that's why it's not me doing it. Boom. Seriously, it's that easy. But, Democrats, they think everybody is dumb and can't think of something that simple. They think everybody doesn't know how to, give an order like that. They don't think anybody can think of something as easy as conceivable as that. Seriously, how... That's how little the Democrat Party thinks of you. And they just said, okay. That makes sense. I find it very, it really shows the state that we're in. When Obama has to come out of retirement, he set so many landmines in the way. He set so many. It's ridiculous. And people think that we wouldn't figure it out. Because he said that he was going to have a nice, Jiminy. I don't care what the man said. I could say I'm Mary Poppins doesn't make me Mary Poppins, does it? I don't know. It's just... I don't think these people are as smart as they think. They kind of think they're smarter than everybody else. So therefore, I don't know. I don't know. Sorry, it doesn't make sense to me, and I can't find any logic in it. Then again, we are talking about the Democrat Party here, so... I don't know. And Valley Janet's out there running her mouths. You know what? You got put back in your place. They all did. It doesn't mean they're not going to be coming back. They will be. Oh, Lord, will they? But... we're going to be kind of good for a little bit. I still can't believe we're still... Oh, God. Ben Rhodes, dear pundits who lauded his speech, is it still presidential to call your dignified predecessor bad or a sick guy? Yes, when he does things like that. I love it. It's a blatant lie, I tell you. It's a blatant lie. Yeah, because he'd probably get his little ass in trouble. That's why Ben Rhodes is out there. I don't know. It's the stupidest shit I've seen. It really is. They don't know when to back down and retreat. And it's funny how it's okay to attack Trump, but saying anything ever negative about Obama was un-American. And have you ever noticed the Democrats go after the Republican? They have to denounce everything at all times about anything. But you just had a Democrat go out there and make a sexual type comments about Kellyanne Conway on the couch. And none of the other Democrats, that had nothing to do with me. So the guy came out and apologized, whatever. But none of the Democrats ever denounced. They don't denounce the left-winger that's been arrested and accused of doing all this, well, not all, but attacking Jewish community centers. He's a left-winger. They don't denounce him. They don't denounce any of the attacks on Israel. So, they could take the Republicans need to denounce what Trump does. Fuck you and your denouncement. It's the same BS over and over again. Not going to buy it anymore. And the Republicans, I can't believe there's still some whiny Republicans that fold within minutes. They fold so quick underneath the Democrats. I thought we were past that. I really thought we were past that. But it seems we're not. We still have Republicans. As soon as something negative is said, they just fold like a cheap suit. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Something negative was said. We can't have that. Oh, my God. Damn it. Damn. Grow a backbone. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. You can... I don't know. It's gonna be okay. They every chance they get, they just freak out. I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. Why would you just roll over so quick and so easy? Just stand up for yourself. They're so used to getting beaten down. I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. And some of these Republicans will never change. That's why they need to get primaried and replaced quick. If they're not going to do and stand up, then you know what? Hasta la vista, baby. Get them out of there. I'm hoping that, I know it's going to get stalled, but we get that bill, constitutional amendment, so we can start getting term limits in for these for Congress. There is no reason in hell that they should be allowed to have this lifelong career in politics. They shouldn't. It's not healthy at all. I don't know about anybody else. I don't think it's healthy. It'll hurt us in the long run. And anybody disagree with me? Speak up. No, nobody's speaking up. Everybody agrees with me. Obama and Democrats thought they're going to have this line of defense set up to just cause all this destruction to Trump's presidency. They're going to sit back and laugh because nobody will be able to figure it out. Well, it seems the jig is up and they figured it out. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and only SHR Media, and we will be right back.
Conservative media done right. You're listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying Catholic is stupid, bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. We got a special guest calling in. We got Crash on the phone. What's up, bud?
Not much. So what's going on today in the world of SJW snowflakes?
Well, I'm pretty sure you heard this weekend what happened. Trump turned the tables on the Democrats. They've been screaming to Russia, and they have all this proof. So
Russia.
Well, he turned around and said, so Obama wiretapped Trump Towers during my campaign. Now you have all the Democrats going, what is he talking about? There was no wiretapping. We have no information. And they're even admitting they have no evidence on any Trump collusion with Russia.
They definitely opened. You know what? They set themselves up for that. They're saying that we've got evidence that you were talking to Russia. So wait a second, you illegally tapped my phone? No, we didn't tap your phone. We don't have any information that you talked.
That's exactly what went on.
Come on. I mean, God, this is why bullshitting doesn't work. It takes more effort to lie and then keep it up than it does to just say, hey, this is what it is. Everybody doesn't like this guy. He doesn't have to work very hard to get the job done. He's not trying to BS everybody every turn.
Exactly. They don't need no truth Viagra either.
What?
Truth Viagra to keep it up.
Truth Viagra. Okay, that's a good one. I like that.
It sent him somewhat back on the heels, but there's also this Democrat this morning I saw on Fox before I came on air. There's no proof, no evidence of collusion. That's why we need an investigation.
Because there's no proof?
Yep.
Essentially, they're saying that he's guilty already. I mean, that's really what they're after.
Well, hang on. There's no proof that the government is stealing money from me, but I want an investigation that the government's stealing. They're stealing my thoughts, so I want an investigation into it. There's no proof, but I want an investigation into it. But then they turned around, and it even turned around, and the announcer brought up about Trump accusing Obama. Well, there's no proof. He shouldn't do that. He shouldn't make that accusation.
Uh-huh.
And
yeah, kind of like when, what was that Chelsea Clinton tweet about, please don't make up fake news about incidents. Oh, yeah, how's your mother's Bosnia tour work out for her?
Yep.
You know, I mean, come on.
It's kind of, I mean, the news actually has been slow the last couple of days because they're kind of reeling. Yeah, New York Times last night wrote a piece, and this one I talked about at the beginning of the show, but I think you'll get a good laugh. They have proof that Trump lied about not meeting with Russia during his campaign in 2016, and they gave what month it was. He held a big a shindig, okay? And there's a bunch of ambassadors there, and one of them was a Russian ambassador. So that proves he lied about meeting a Russian ambassador. But then they go on to say Trump wasn't there that long. They don't even know whether he shook his hand, talked to him, had private conversation, or even talked to the guy. They don't know.
They know that there's difference between meeting somebody and having a meeting with somebody.
Well, he was invited to this event, and they admitted that there was other ambassadors that were invited. They don't even know if he met with Trump, shook his hand, talked to him or not, but it's proof that he lied.
Oh, my God.
Desperation.
I think that's simple kind of stupid. I mean, that's
Exactly. It is mind-numbing, and it makes you stutter. It has me stuttering. It's like, come on.
Yeah, literally. It just made me stutter.
You're an idiot. Not you, but Democrats. It's, oh, my God. People. They're like in total freak out and not using their head. Well, they're using their head, but they're sitting on it.
Well, Clinton found another use for his head, and he's fallen.
It is the desperation that they're in is overwhelming. That's the funny part. It's like this massive desperation going on.
They don't know who's on first, what's on second. I mean,
I don't know. Russia.
Third base.
No, Russia. It is, and Obama's staff jumped out. And even one of Obama's staff, when Trump made the accusation about Obama wiretapping him, And there was all this denial, and one of the staff came forward and said, you may not want to say that too loudly, that nobody knew and there was no wiretaps. And it was just like, oh, that was a denial of a denial, indirectly.
Yes. Can I have a number 7?
Uh-oh, fat boy getting food. Gravy levels going up. It is unbelievable. They're trying to connect it. They're calling it, wiretap birtherism. But also now you got Obama deploying dozen-strong team to keep tabs on Trump administration.
Yeah, because that's his job.
I know. Why can't he do what George Bush did? Get done in office and just fade into history.
Because he's not done. He's not done. That's the reason why.
That's true. He's trying to cause as much destruction as he can.
Hello.
I don't know. He has been buttoning his nose in since the day he got out. He doesn't know how to.
Thank you very much. Have a good one.
He does not know how to stay out of it.
Well, he was planning on having another 8 years with Clinton being in there.
Yeah.
I mean, he had plans for the next 8 years, and this completely derailed all his plans. He doesn't know what the hell to do with himself.
Well, he's also, his ego's so big, he's got used to every time he speaks, there's thousands of people around to listen, and now it's just his wife to listen. And, well, we don't know if she really wants to listen. I mean, what wife does?
Not mine.
Well.
Especially not when it comes to politics.
Nope. You're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, it's... I don't know. I don't know anymore. It's a real messed up. And there's no blatant, answer to it.
Thank you. Have a good one.
There's no easy answer.
Oh, there's not supposed to be an easy answer. I mean, if it was easy, everybody would do it.
True.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, it's funny. I mean, they're trying to hold Trump to a completely different standard than what Obama was held to.
Yes.
I mean, nobody can please everybody. I mean, Obama definitely was not pleasing to conservatives. And we were all told, shut up. He's the president. He's your president. Just deal with it. And that's the way it is. He was elected. Just deal with it. I mean, how many times do we hear that? That now that Trump's in, it's, well, he's not speaking for everybody. He's not doing this for me. He's not doing this for everybody. Well, wait a second. Why is it a two-sided coin here? Why is it one guy only had to be held accountable to half the people, but the other guy's supposed to be held accountable to everybody? Why? Other than your just infamous double standard BS.
Well,
why?
There's also, damn it, had a point and went totally out of my head on it. Shit. That goes to, I discussed it momentarily. This past, I think it was Friday, a Democrat had made a comment about Kellyanne Conway having her knees up on the couch in front of a bunch of men. And he made a very sexual innuendo about it. Now, if a Republican did that, the Democrats want every Republican to denounce him. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got to denounce him. The Democrats, they just shrugged their shoulder. Oh, that was what he had to say. That's his deal to deal with, not us. Yeah, and he came out and he apologized for it because if you know the person, you make a joke like that in private, that's one thing. But he did it in a very public and demeaning way about she's kneeling and, there was a lot of guys there. And kind of sick for a politician to be doing that.
Yeah, they didn't have a problem when somebody else was kneeling in the open.
Exactly. Yeah.
So, We have DNA evidence of that one.
We got a blue dress. There is a blue dress.
Well, blue and white.
So, the one thing I don't understand, they're trying to separate themselves from this deep state accusation. And it's...
From the what?
Deep state. It's... They're cute. The internal, having Obama leftovers deep in the state, and they're working against Trump.
Oh.
And they're trying to deny all this is going on. But at the same time, you got a Democrat congressman out in California. What does he do? He doubles down on it. Which was kind of funny. It's not going on. It's not going on. Oh, by the way, double down on it. But that's Democrats for you. I'm losing my point, left, right, and center. It's you. I'm blaming you for it.
Yeah, okay. I get blamed for everything. I'm surprised I didn't get blamed for the election.
Well, it is. Well, the election went good, so...
Yeah, here's one for you. So I made the mistake in class today. We were talking about organizational structures and how decisions are made. Democracy, autocracy, just different type of stuff. And they were trying to get the differences between them. And I was like, okay, well, this is this one, this is this one, and then democracy, well, then that's like how our elections work. Whoever has the most votes wins. And then somebody made a comment, and I was like, you know what, I should not have used that one. And then, because, of course, everybody comes to the election, and I was like, all right, look, we're not going to go down the whole electoral versus popular vote thing. And somebody turned around and goes, oh, not my president. And I was like, as soon as they said that, I was like, fake news, fake news. Sorry, I couldn't help it.
You did.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this little girl, she goes, not my president. I'm like, fake news. I just turned around loud. I was like, I'm sorry, I couldn't help that one. I was like, I said we're not going to talk about the election.
Oh, God. Going to get a call from HR later on today. You offended a snowflake.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so the whole safe zone SJW thing, right? That's a big liberal thing, right?
Yeah.
Liberals that support this. Well, talking with one of my favorite liberals yesterday about, people just kind of doing what they want to do, not taking responsibility, getting upset just because they're called out on something. So I asked my wife.
Oh, God.
So I was like, so you don't buy into the whole safe space, SJW, snowflake, you hurt my feelings, you can't talk about me that way? Like, you do remember who you're talking to, right? I was like, yep. Mind of a conservative, stuck in the body of a liberal. Click. Shit.
You just...
And then I called her back again. She was just laughing at me. I was like, see, this is the reason why, you have a lot of conservative viewpoints. She really does. That's the irony, is there's actually only a couple of things that really end up causing a problem. Everything else, she calls herself a liberal, but her viewpoints are conservative. Every single time. I find it absolutely hysterical to point it out. Mostly because it pisses her off, which...
Gets you in trouble.
But what husband doesn't enjoy that game? I mean, come on.
No, of course.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're really chiming in.
It's... She does have a lot of conservative. She's not this you hurt my feelings type person. And
no.
She's
definitely a suck it up buttercup.
Yeah, I know where some of her liberal ideology is coming from.
I do too. And the thing is, even you and I have talked in the past. Some of my points of view are not quite as conservative as yours, and vice versa.
Yeah.
That's the nice thing about this whole system, is everybody's kind of got their own, and, it is what it is.
I don't know where... Actually, I know where we're going now. We're actually going to go to a break. I just looked at the time. Shit. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense, only on SHR Media, and we will be right back.
listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplains.dailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying half of the stupid program.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm making sense out of the senseless. The Jersey Takeover is here. We have expanded to 2 hours every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. till 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And welcome back. Crash, welcome back. Like I told you, I don't know what it is today. I am just out of it today. I'm just weird.
Well, that's okay. So I got a fun one.
All right.
I got a fun one for you. So evidently, and I didn't know this until this morning when I heard about it on the news. Evidently, today is International Without Women's Day. for women to not go to work, to protest the inequalities between men and women, as well as the inequalities with the non-gender binary versus male. There was some add-on BS thing that I heard this morning, but essentially to show all of us how much we rely on women every single day. Without women, everything would fall apart. I just can't help but go, bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. And it's not that I'm anti-woman. It's not that I'm against women. I love women. Yes, we need women, just the same as we need men. What I'm against is, why the fuck, why the heck, sorry, I didn't know if the show's censored or not. Why the heck do we keep having all of these special days? I mean, they just did, what was it, immigrant walkout day or whatever it was, where no immigrants were supposed to work to show how much we rely on them.
Yeah, that went over like a fart in church. In fact, I think more people lost their jobs than jobs got hurt with nobody doing them.
Yeah, and people's upset. They're like, well, hey, look, it's a term of your employment. I don't care why you don't want to be at work. I mean, if you're sick, that's one thing, but essentially you're trying to shut down my company over a political stance, and you're going to get upset that I say no and replace you with somebody who wants to work. But that's looked at as being anti-immigrant. Well, here's a question. What if we did male walkout day? What if all the men in the workforce decided that they're not going to go to work? Oh, no, that would be, that be sexist, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Why is all these groups, that's what pisses me off, is none of it has to do with equality. It all has to do with we want more than you. Because equality means there's nothing left to bitch about. And to the best of my knowledge, there's only one place right now that got hurt with the women walking out.
Midal?
A school. What's that? Midal. A school had to close.
Yeah.
They had to cancel classes. Because so many teachers were female, most of the teachers were female, so they closed. So now all these parents that have jobs, well, they have to stay home to watch their kids. So for you to get your little feet up on a soapbox and say your piece, you just cost my family money? Where's the equality in this?
Yep.
And now what if it was a mother that's lost her paycheck? So now you're saying that one woman's more important than another woman?
Pretty much.
And let's say that we did the male walkout day. Let's see, some careers that are predominantly done by men. Hope you don't need your car worked on that day. Better not call 911. Oh, you need fire rescue? Shit out of luck till tomorrow. We don't have enough personnel to man the truck. And it's nothing, again, and what pisses me off is everybody says, that just means we need more females in that line of work. No, the fact of the matter is, men and women are different. We are different. We're built differently. We process information differently. Our brains function differently. We are fucking different. Get over it. Men are better suited for certain positions. Women are better suited for other positions.
Cooking and cleaning.
That's all it freaking is. I'm so tired.
Did you not even hear what I just said? Because I know I'm going to get a lot of hate
that.
mail on that one.
The fucked up thing is you cook better than your wife. That's how I know that was a fucking
No. Actually, no. Because my wife's been out of work. And what does she do? She watches cooking shows. She's actually gotten way better than me.
Okay. All right, brother. Last time your wife cooked anything for me, she didn't know that you cooked stovetop stuffing on the stove. Okay? So that's what I'm using as a baseline here, all right?
No, she's gotten better.
Put beer in the fridge.
She still likes her warm beer. I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Nasty.
Yeah, actually, I kind of got used to it because of it.
You serious?
Yeah.
Candy weight.
I didn't. Actually, it takes more of a manly man to drink warm beer than it does to drink ice-cold beer.
It tastes what?
I'm not doing that again. If you missed
Thank you. I didn't miss it. I just wanted to see if you could repeat it.
Oh, I could. I just choose not to. Oh, wow. Democrat lawmakers walked out today to support the women's walkout.
Yeah, so that makes sense. So let's shut down. Let's find another reason
to not do work.
Yeah. That's the funny thing is the Democrats in D.C., there is always a special interest thing every single day so they can choose to do this crap. Because it's always them doing it. That's what I get a kick out of.
What's even better is they're wearing red. Isn't that the color of Republicans? So you got a bunch of Democrats running around looking like Republicans. Am I wrong? I mean...
That's funny. That's really funny.
Let me run around in red and look like a Republican. And now you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys with them. Oh, I think they're possibly security. A couple of them are holding signs of all women have rights and all this other stuff. Oh, aren't you a special little snowflake? Oh, my God.
The thing is, nobody is saying that women don't have rights.
They do.
I'm against... What?
They do. They have rights, and the shit of equal pay and all that crap, there is laws on the books. Well, if you want to complain about it, why is these friggin' Democrats that are out there, the Harry Reid, Hillary Clinton, all of them, they pay the women counterparts less. If they're so worried about it, why aren't they paying equal money? No, they need a law, a special law to tell them when there already is goddamn laws?
There's anti-discrimination laws. There's already equal opportunity for employment laws. All this stuff's there. The problem is they ran out of issues, so they're regenerating old issues.
Yeah.
All this crap has already gone through. This has already happened. They're just regenerating it.
Rinse and repeat.
Yeah, and that's all this is. So rather than progressing, rather than us actually moving forward, we're stuck in a freaking time loop with these idiots. I mean, it's like the worst episode of Twilight Zone ever.
Yeah.
Boggles the mind.
I don't know. It's makes me want to bounce my head off a wall a few times. Let me see. I got to get another article because it's got my brain in like this loop of error. They want to do what they want. They're picking and choosing and just trying to cause issues. So this attorney, Robert Barnes, came out and he said it's ludicrous to claim Obama never spied on Americans. This is a president that was drone bombing American citizens around the world without giving them their constitutional rights. Obama administration was wiretapping anybody and everybody it could. It was wiretapping our allies. So we're not supposed to put 2 and 2 together and go, they were wiretapping Trump's campaign. Not surprising. No. He would never do that. And seriously, it's mind-numbing. You were going to say something?
No, it's the same old. It's the two sets of everything.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of these Democrats, they feel that they are better than the masses. Essentially, we got away from this whole king thing, and it's like they're trying to re-institute. They're causing problems where problems don't exist, or they're exacerbating problems for whatever reason.
Well,
I mean, I'm sorry, not to try to strum something up that shouldn't be strummed up, but there's just certain, let's say, coincidences that I find fairly interesting. In the past, 2 to 3 years, there's been on average 2 riots a year because of, supposed hate crimes, race crimes, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Prior to a couple of years ago, the last big one that I can remember, Rodney King.
Yep.
That was in the early 90s. So, wait a second. Over 20 years, yeah, there was issues. I'm not going to say there haven't been issues, but for 20 years, everybody, for the most part, kept their heads on straight. And then all of a sudden, everybody goes batshit crazy.
Yep.
Same thing with gun violence. The same thing. I mean, the list goes on and on. What the hell in the past handful of years? I'm sorry. That's too coincidental for me.
I agree. Out of nowhere.
It's numerous things.
Out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the world's gone batshit crazy, and there's all these incidents, but it's been there the whole time. No, it hasn't.
And it's not even. And let me be clear. I mean, it's not even just like the black on the supposed Black Lives Matter BS. I'm going to call that BS because one, all lives matter. Stop trying to put yourself better than anybody else. Number two, your formation comes from a terrorist organization who's one of their founding members killed a goddamn state trooper. So sorry, I got no sympathy for you. I give you absolutely no credit. And the only thing I've seen you guys do is protest, object, and just cause problems. I haven't seen one solution come out of your mouths.
Well, Del Rey, who's one of the leaders, I saw him get a comfy job within the Baltimore school system, even though he has a record. I've seen him miss days upon days because he's been arrested and in jail. I see he's living in a mansion that's paid for by George Soros. I see him living this comfy life while everybody else is trudging along in, on disgusting conditions. It's
The thing is, I mean, people make money. I mean, well, what is it? That what the hell was her name? That big provocateur from Washington, who was actually found out to be white.
Oh yeah, now she's all poor and
yeah, she's living on food stamps, and she's a victim of the system, and this is why we need race equality. She's a victim of this. No, you're a victim of being a lying bitch, and you lost all your jobs because of that.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody trusts you. I mean, the same reason why Clinton lost the election.
It was funny. She was asked what she would do different if she ran right now, and her response was she wouldn't do anything different except win.
Well, see, that's the thing. They don't ever see that they do anything wrong. That's the problem with this mentality. It does not. It's not being held accountable. They want everybody else held accountable, but they don't have to be accountable. Their decisions were the correct decisions, and that's all there is to it. It doesn't matter what new information comes to light. It doesn't matter what the opposing viewpoint is. It doesn't matter if all the evidence goes in the other way. They're right. They're wrong. Deal with it. That's how they've been. And you know what? You're going to get all pissed off and heartbroken now that you've got a president in that's on the other side of the aisle and essentially says the same thing. Look, this is what we're going to do. Oh, you don't have an argument as to why we shouldn't do it? Then why shouldn't I do it? I'm going to do it. Present an argument. That's the problem. They can't present an argument because they don't want to actually.
They just want to argue.
Yeah. Yeah, because actually presenting something means you might have to actually come up with a solution. Just arguing and bantering means that the problem stays.
But wait a minute.
Get resolved.
Wait a minute. We're using common sense. We got to stop. Yeah, that logic and common sense, they just don't understand.
I might have just made like a liberal's head explode.
Oh, God, yes.
Let's keep going.
Well, it's break time, so we're going to hit a break real quick, and we will be back. You're listening to the Reaver of Common Sense right here on SHR Media and only SHR Media. We will be right back.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
Breaking news. According to the latest report coming out of SHR Media, a merchandise store to support both the Reaver of Common Sense and SHR Media has just been unleashed to the general public. Be forewarned that this site can be contagious and numerous items can be purchased to support the best news programming. Go to Reaver.one website and click on the store link to check out the merchandise.
Listening to Reaver of Common Sense, hosted by my dad, Jersey Joe. Beware, the Jersey Takeover is here. Every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch the Reaver of Common Sense show, hosted by Jersey Joe, right here on shrmedia.com and highplainsdailynews.com. Only Jersey can deliver hell like no one else, so consider this your fair warning.
In a world controlled by corrupt politicians,
You got a business. That you didn't build that.
a team of ordinary men emerge from the ashes to give voice to the voiceless and hope to the hopeless. Sackhead Sean,
Dude, I'm not saying Kafka is stupid, bro.
Sackhead Clint,
All good friends of ours usually show up drunk.
also starring Sacco as the producer.
I'm a little bit drunk, I'm a little bit drunk, 'cause I'm drinking, drinking, drinking.
They are the Sackheads Radio Show. Every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific on shrmedia.com.
Every Wednesday night, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you can catch the Southside Mutt Show with its hosts, the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, right here on SHR Media and High Plains Pundit Radio, where we will be digging up the dirt.
Times are dark. The people misled by corrupt politicians, lied to by establishment media, and deceived by the false messages of Islam. A nation in confusion needs a guide. It needs a man with a cane. I'm Dave Milner. Join me on Spreaker, SHR Media, High Plains Talk Radio, Live Rebooting Liberty, and YouTube for a unique brand of commentary on the unpleasant blind guide. Because truth is not always pleasant.
If you miss a show, don't worry. You can catch the replays two ways, rebootingliberty.com or the reaverofcommonsense.com. While you're there on Reaver of Common Sense, don't forget, drop in your email and keep up to date with everything going on, or click the like button on the Facebook widget. Now on to the Reaver of Common Sense.
Listening to the SHR Media Network.
This show contains language that some viewers may find offensive. Listener discretion is advised. And now on to the show. And welcome back to the Reaver of Common Sense. I am your host, Jersey Joe, and I'm trying to make sense out of the senseless. During a conversation with Crash during the break, and something popped into my head. So, the face of the Republican Party right now is a successful reality show host. Democrats, and one of the Democrats that wants to run for president in 2020, and behind that whole Jeff Sessions lied movement is a failed comedian. And his big bit as a failed comedian was, I believe, was on Saturday Night Live, where he dressed up as a baby, full in diaper and everything, Tell me that is not the face of the Democrat Party right now, a crying, whining baby.
Hey, honestly, that's a perfect fit. Remember the whole sit-in because they didn't get their way on a
They lost their binkies.
Yeah, they need my blankie. I mean, they don't get their way. They feel fucking temper tantrums. I mean, it is like a baby. It's like a fucking 5-year-old. You know? I mean, honestly, it's not even like 5-year-olds anymore. I mean, Christ. I had that problem sometimes with my damn teenager. She's getting ready. She wants to keep spouting off. I'm going to be an adult. I'm going to be an adult. Okay, well, you get an answer you don't like.
No adulting today.
Stop through the house. Stop slamming doors. You know, act like a dang adult. I get answers all the time I don't like.
Yeah. Well, what I find funny also is you had James Clapper, and what was he, head of CIA, one of those agencies. And he's saying that there was no FISA court request. There was no wiretapping. And he's saying that if any of that was put through, he would have known about it. He said there is no evidence that they have that Trump was colluding with Russia. Now, his answer raises more questions, because either A, Clapper is outright lying, which is always a possible, and intel personnel lying, go figure. B, Clapper is being truthful, which means all these intercepted calls were done entirely illegal and off the books. Or C, it was done through the Department of Justice in some entirely different manner that would put Obama right in the middle of it.
Well, gee, let's see. Not like the Department of Justice during his administration.
Oh, no, they were perfect.
I mean, Christ. You got Fast and the Furious. I mean, you got handfuls.
That was a Republican conspiracy theory.
That was a Republican conspiracy theory.
Yep.
And that's why there's boatloads of evidence that all comes back to the same place.
That's your imagination.
My imagination. And I'll bet it's the imagination of the family members that are missing loved ones due to those weapons falling into the wrong hands and not being tracked the way they were supposed to.
Fake conservative news.
Yeah, well...
I'm having trouble coming up with bullshit answers here.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you even keeping a straight face during this?
No, I'm not. I honestly, I'm not, because it's.
I can tell you're trying.
I mean, to bring it back to Sessions again, they are going after Sessions saying he lied, which is a joke and a half. But they're trying to get him online when they defended, these same people defended Eric Holder, Attorney General, who actually got hit with contempt of court for lying.
Uh-huh.
And they protected him.
Oh, they also protected Hillary Clinton when she was asked during a congressional hearing about Benghazi. She blatantly lied about that.
Yep.
And they defended her. Like I said, they've got no problem. They do not want to play by the same rules as everybody else. Everybody else is
rules. We don't need no stinking rules.
Well, hey, aren't they the ones that also said, the Constitution needs to get thrown out and we need a new one drafted?
Yep, it's a living, breathing document that changes by the moment.
Uh-huh.
It's
yet they specifically state there are certain inalienable rights. Certain rights afforded to every single person, regardless of creed, nationality,
except
religion.
If you're white.
Pretty much. Yeah.
If you're white, you're screwed. Because I keep getting told that civil rights do not cover white people.
Uh-huh. No, they don't. You have to be a special interest.
Oh, I've read through it, and I don't see where it says
honestly,
that.
You know what I'm halfway tempted to do? I'm halfway tempted to go do one of those DNA testings.
Yeah.
Where they come back with your whole nationality thing.
Yep.
I'm halfway tempted to do one of those, just so I can turn around and claim special status on something because it says that I've got blood from some Saharan tribe.
Well, yeah, I mean, technically you really couldn't. I'm not trying to be a smartass. I mean, you do have a Hispanic background.
I know. But the fact of the matter is, everybody comes from, I mean, there really is, no pure white or black or brown or yellow or whatever other color it is you want to use. The nations have been intermingled for so long, over such vast distances, that it really doesn't exist anymore. I mean, you could very easily find out that whereas you thought you were Scottish, you're actually Welsh.
Yeah.
And there's no Scottish blood at all. Or the percentages are not what you were led to believe. I mean, it's that.
Well, there's that commercial for it now, and the guy's like, well, I thought I was so-and-so. We used to go to, they were taking lessons for Irish, I think he said, in a line dance or whatever dancing, and come to find out he's Scottish. And, that's that whole commercial for it.
Yeah, instead of an Irish jig, you've got to do Scottish movement. Right. I can't remember.
Something like that. But yeah, that's exactly.
But that's why I wish everybody would get off this crap. I mean, I really do. If you want equal rights, then you fight for equal rights. But guess what? That fight's already happened. Essentially, at this point, all everybody is doing is making a mess out of nothing and trying to get ahead of everybody else. They're trying to make their group more important than the other group. Women rights are more important than men's rights. Black rights are more important than white rights. Brown rights are more important than black rights.
Brown rice is better.
Immigrants from this country are more important than immigrants from this country. Knock the shit off. Knock it the frick off. Most of these problems are fabricated problems.
Yeah. For political purposes.
From companies, I mean, that's the real kicker. These companies make money off of this. You are literally supporting a corporation with this crap.
And what the other problem is, it drowns out if there's actually a real problem that's going on. It gets drowned out by these.
That's been proven with the whole LBGT community. Because yes, they did have a legitimate concern for quite a while. They have been fighting for rights, and now what's happened? A whole subgroup has made a mockery of it. With I identify as a man today, and I identify as a hippopotamus tomorrow. And I identify as a 60-year-old Ethiopian with one leg. I know I've got two legs, but I only identify as having one leg today. And they made a fucking mockery of it. Most people I know in that community, they don't agree with half of it. They're like, this is all bullshit. This is political grandstanding. This is not a fucking issue. There is no issue here. Yet they're making one out of it, and they're making my life more difficult. Because a spotlight is being shined on me that was never there for all these years, and I had no problem getting through my life and living with everybody else.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That whole
sudden,
LBG, it's putting a spotlight that they didn't want. They were able to live their life in, I don't want to say obscurity, but they could live their life without, pointing out that they were transgender. They got to live their life as they want to. Sorry to cut you off, but that's an excellent point. It just... It put a spotlight where a spotlight wasn't asked for.
Well, it's not even that it wasn't asked for. It's just that it wasn't even needed. I mean, the thing is, okay, did I agree that, the whole marriage thing? Yes and no. My honest-to-God opinion is marriage is between a man and a woman. That really is my opinion. However, a civil union or partnership can be between anybody. Should you get the same rights? Yes, you should.
Can I ask a question?
Union,
why should the government even be involved?
I'll answer your question for the simple reason that the government is the one that turns around and oversees Social Security benefits, disability benefits, retirement from the military, things of that nature.
Yeah, but...
So
What does
So
that
the
have to do
government
with
is-
who I spend my life with?
Okay, well, here's my answer. If I served in the military and I was entitled to a pension, my wife gets that pension, correct?
Yeah.
Now, if you and I had a civil union, that's not recognized. You do not get my pension, even though I was with you my entire life. You would not get my pension.
But that's the thing. If the government was involved in the civil unions and it was just, okay, I put down who I want. What if I never got married and I want to leave my pension to...
Well, that's a valid... to somebody else.
Yeah.
And that, you know what? And that's a valid point. But, I mean, my thing is, like, I don't have a problem with the rights. I mean, I don't have a problem with them being recognized. I mean, honestly, I saw heartache before these things were recognized in that community. I saw a family kick an elderly woman out of a house that she had lived in for 40 years because her life mate died and the house was only in the deceased's name. So the kids took possession. They kicked her out. That's unfair, and I agree that that's unfair, and I agree that there should be, that is a conversation that needs to be had.
Yeah.
But it doesn't warrant the level that this is. I mean, that's a screwed up thing. That occurred over 10 years ago. That problem has been resolved. That does not occur anymore in most places. So why is this big, massive, like I said, it's a corporation. I mean, really, this is a big publicity circus. They find something, they throw it out there, it gains traction, they can make money off of it. Well, if you're making money off of something, why are you going to stop doing it?
Oh, yeah. I agree.
I mean, Al Sharpton's been making money off of race bait in his entire life. Why is he going to stop? It's profitable.
Yep.
I mean, doesn't mean I agree with it. I think it's a bunch of BS, and I think that man should be in jail.
As much back taxes as he owes, he should be.
Yeah, but remember, Trump's ineligible because he didn't release his tax return.
I know.
Remember that.
Oh. And what I love is he has to show his tax return. Can you please show me where it says that? Because I've been looking, and I can't find anywhere in the Constitution that it says he has to show his tax returns.
Now, it's I can't remember in what this actually did get explained to me at one point, and it made sense.
There's only three rules to run for president. Only three rules
to run for. Yeah, I know the main three rules. However, there is something elsewhere, and it's got to do with crap, I lost the train of thought. Essentially, it's got to do with where are you making your money? You know, are you essentially a bought puppet of some special interest group? And that's supposedly what the taxes are supposed to show is, okay, you're getting your money through legitimate sources. You're not getting your money through the mafia or through the mob. And remember, it was a tax audit that brought down Capone.
Yeah, but if
you
you
jail not for all his crimes, he was put in jail for evading taxes.
But if you look at all the information that gets put out when they file their financial reports, it gives more information than a tax return ever will.
And I know. I get that. I'm just saying, I mean, yeah, okay, there might, I mean, it's some obscure thing.
But it's not a law.
No, as far as I know, it's not an actual law.
I think it's a requisite, or not a requisite. It's a they ask you to do it, but you don't have to because there's only three rules, and they can't add more rules because then that would override the Constitution. And I just looked, and we're out of time. So, I'll be back tonight with Southside Mutt, hosted by the Jersey Boys, Jersey Joe and Crash, and of course Crash will say, "I don't know if I'll be making it tonight."
I'm not sure I'll be there tonight.
Exactly. So, everybody have a great day.
See y'all later.
You've been listening to the Reaver of Common Sense with its host, Jersey Joe. You can tune in every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here on hppundit.com and shrmedia.com.